Hey boys, welcome back to some more Rugby League Live for Beer Pro Career, the reborn Beer Pro, although it is continuing on. If you didn't watch episode 1, I sort of explained what's going on with the series, but yeah, we're going to be taking on the Broncos. I got to remember that we're playing for the Cowboys, although the teams are just, they're so different, because it's a combination, obviously, of being... I think this is season 2020, year 2020, I think, or 21. I think it's 2020, so it's obviously a fair few seasons in, and unfortunately, you know, it's always been an issue with rugby league games in the past. It's just the recruiting from the AI is just it's very weird, and the thing is that it's all well and good to say that it's not very good, but I don't know how you would fix it. Like, how would you program in, like, what teams sign what players? Because, I mean, every year in real life NRL, there's constantly changes. But I think the main annoyance with the video game aspect is that the main players, like playmakers and fullbacks, you know, those type of guys, they don't usually switch clubs that often. Obviously, they do occasionally, but not completely. Like in this, we've got Benji Marshall and Trent Hodkinson. Michael Morgan isn't at the club. Like, I wish they could just have a way of having, like, your star players. Like, basically all your star players stay at the club, right? For, like, the AI signing players. Maybe have it like a 90%. I don't know, just something like that to make it a bit more realistic. But you know, that's for another game, maybe. As we're continuing on here, is kick downfield. I was actually calling for the kick. If you didn't know, I know playing Beer Pro before, I would talk about it occasionally, like calling for a kick, and a lot of people didn't know you could actually call for kicks in this mode, and basically it's the exact same way as if you have the ball. So if you're, as Adam Blair makes a break here back at the Broncos, but if you don't have the ball and you call for a kick, just like normal is right here, unfortunately, it's going to get swooped up. Luciano Leilua, a very talented youngster. I would actually like to see him go to another club, because the Dragons, they're just stacked with the forwards. So I'd love to see him go, you know, somewhere else and get a little bit more game time. As Josh Maguire, unfortunately, is going to score the first try of the game. A very scrappy start to this one. We can't really... They keep turning the ball over. I feel like I've probably made like I barely even touched it. Barely touched the footy, but Bronx are going to go up 6-0. But what was I talking about? What was I talking about, dude? I have completely lost my train of thought. We were talking about the AI recruiting, and then I briefly mentioned Luciano as right here. This was annoying. I actually didn't call for the pass. You will have seen me dive right there to make the tackle. I didn't actually call for it. It's gonna seem like I pressed triangle and then he offloaded it, but he actually offloaded it, and then I called for it after it, but it got intercepted. That's why I dove like early. Andrew McCulloch somehow raced away and scored. Just very strange. What was I talking about? Was I just finishing up on the recruiting stuff? Maybe, because then, yeah, I went into Luciano Leilua. But yeah, the recruiting and all that. Oh my god, I'm losing it. I don't know if I was just finishing off on that point, but regardless, let's just keep talking about the game, dude. I've lost my I've lost my mind, and we're gonna go in at 12-0. So it's, you know, we got to get back. We got to get used to the Beer Pro aspect again, because if you saw, I think we were coming as a great runner here, but we were coming like third on the ladder last video. So we'd obviously been doing some good stuff up until we sort of stopped the series. So, you know, we've obviously been decent for this Cowboys outfit. We just have to pick it up again as Paula. I don't know who the heck that is, but yeah, we just have to find that form again. Find the rhythm for Beer Pro. It is, it is vastly different to a full controlling the game. As great stuff here, straight through the gap. It is. I love this camera. I've talked about it before, but this camera angle, it's more difficult to find like the space and stuff, but it just looks good, especially when you pin the ears back and you get through that gap. I just like the sort of the zoom in, like a slight zoom in. And it just, I don't know, it's just a nice looking view of the game. Is right here, I wanted that ball, dude. Trent Hodkinson is gonna snatch it, dude. I was swooping around there. Probably luckily that I didn't grab it because there were Broncos all around me, and then Trent Hodkinson came from the blind side to sweep it. So a big score, a big try, going up 12-6 now. So, getting back into this one as Anthony Milford gets that one. Unfortunately, it was knocked down. We tried to come out of the line to shut the play down, and it came off our arms straight into the hands of Darius Boyd, who is still playing, and scored pretty much under the post as Milford. Is Milford kicking? Yeah, Milford is kicking goals apparently. So, yeah, puts him up to 18-6. Another one that's loose on the ground. We almost scored 2 tries in the same game from a little fumble from the attacking team. That would have been great, but unfortunately, just couldn't quite get to the try line. Right there is we get the pass here. I was looking for that gap. There was room to move. Being close to the try line like this, the AI can usually exploit it pretty well, so it's not a bad idea to just let them sort of ruck it up because they'll eventually dive over the line. Is right here, good stuff, gets it up to us, but Anthony Milford, good one-on-one defense. Probably, maybe should have got the pass out wide again early on in this. As right here, what? Just kick the freaking ball as we spread it out. What is this? What a try, dude! Who is it? Branko Lee, I think. It was sloppy. What happened? Like, who? I think it Benji Marshall. He passed it on to a prop, who thankfully barged through a one tackler, and then, because he was just going to take the tackle, I was frantically calling for the ball to put in a kick, and then it got out wide, so I was sort of just mashing the circle button to put in a little chip and chase, and I thought we were going to get there. We might have been offside, so it was good work from Branko Lee. It was a nice try at the end of the day. It was good work. It's great work. They're actually, I didn't actually even notice, but he missed the bloody conversion. That's the very annoying thing. I would love to be goal kicking, but the problem with this game as well is that when you get further into the season or the seasons, like the goal kickers have ridiculously good ratings. So there's like no way. Is right here. What a bit of play that was. But there's no way to become the goal kicker because everyone else is like way higher rated than you, which is annoying. Is a good little kick. Gonna force Herman SASE back into the in goal. So it was a nice play. Looks like it's going to be a little bit too far for us to come back though. We still need 8 points and there's only a couple of minutes left, but it's a good little effort, honestly. We fought hard in this game. Probably, a couple of the Broncos tries were a little bit fortuitous, a couple of our errors, but I guess at the same time, one of our tries for certain was a little bit lucky with Trent Hodkinson swooping. So, can't have it both ways, but showing a little bit of promise, showing a little bit of form in this second game back. Hopefully we can continue that and really try to stamp our authority, because at the moment we're playing solid but nothing too crazy. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you in the next one.